Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArklateXHomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Friday morning forecast update. And once again, just kind of buckle up here as the next 7 days or so may not be pleasant, expecting there will be some significant disruptions to our daily lives, especially as we head into next week. For your Friday, we still have a winter weather advisory through noon, and that's mainly I-20 and southward. I'm kind of less concerned about I-20 right now than I am further to the south. We may see just a little bit of freezing drizzle maybe around the I-20 corridor, but there's really not much out there. You can see the temperatures at the moment have just dropped down to near freezing in Natchitoches and close to freezing in Manny, and that's actually where we do have a little bit of the precipitation this morning. So it is possible we could see some light icing on some of the bridges and overpasses down there, especially for traveling I-49. So those are going to be the trouble spots, at least through the first half of the day here. It's not a lot of precipitation, but there's definitely enough out there to cause some problems. So folks commuting today, Highway 171, 71, I-49, down in those locations along Toledo Bend, just use extreme caution as you're out there on the roadways. Here's a look at satellite and radar. Again, this will probably be the one kind of push of rain that we see today. There's really not much back to our southwest here, as we do have some dry air that's moving in across Texas, which will temporarily just kind of shut this winter precipitation off later today and for much of the day Saturday as well. And for your Friday here, one thing you'll notice as you step outside this morning, not only cold, but we do have a breeze which is picked up, so winds today likely settling into that 10 to 15 mile per hour range, which is going to keep wind chills today likely in the low to mid 30s. Actual high temperatures winding up in the upper 30s and low 40s, actually pretty similar to yesterday. And won't rule out maybe a little bit of sunshine at times today, but it does look like clouds will kind of be the theme for most of us. Look at your Robinson at FutureCast. You can see by that time we hit noon, most of that precipitation south of I-20, be it just some freezing rain or maybe just some freezing drizzle or just some light cold rain out there, that will be moving off to the east. And for the rest of the day, Friday, really don't anticipate that we'll see any kind of issues out there, especially tonight or early tomorrow. You can see as we move into your Saturday morning, FutureCast does want to pop up a little more maybe rain or freezing rain south of I-20. That is a possibility for us, and you can see a little more rain popping up here along I-20. So again, it's possible we can see another winter weather advisory just for this potential for some freezing rain on Saturday. And once we get into Sunday, that's when we're beginning to see some of the major impacts make their way into the region. So right now, here is the current thinking for us on Sunday. You can see some of that rain moving in during the morning. You get the pinks and the purples. That's indicating where we will likely see some sleet as well as some freezing rain, and there will be a little more in the way of fuel here for some of that precipitation. So we may begin to see some major travel impacts such as interstate closures, road closures, and just kind of difficult to make it around town as we go through your Sunday morning. We'll probably see this initial kind of blast of precipitation make its way through. Things may calm down for us a little bit during the day, but just keep in mind temperatures will likely be below freezing on Sunday, so any ice that's out there on the roads is likely going to stay on the roads rather than melting off. And then we get into Sunday night. Here comes the main event for us, as we'll likely see initially what will be some freezing rain, sleet, and maybe some snow mixed in. But once we get into Monday morning, this will pretty quickly transition to all snow for us, and FutureCast is really showing that changeover occurring just after sunrise. So we will have a few hours of some steady and what may be some heavy snow at times as we move through the day Monday, with things kind of wrapping up as we move into your Monday evening. But this will likely have significant disruption as far as travel impacts for much of the week. Again, Tuesday likely threatening some record cold here, as we'll have morning temperatures that are likely in the single digits or the teens. So all the snow and ice that is out there on the roadways, it is going to continue to be out there on the roadways. And then notice we do have another disturbance which is moving through on Wednesday, and that's one of the main concerns for us as we've looked at the forecast models this morning, is it looks like this will be a rather potent system as well, potentially dropping a good deal of ice and maybe some additional snow as we move into your Wednesday and potentially into early Thursday. Once we get into late next week, we should finally begin to see all of this wrap up, but it is completely possible Monday through Thursday that the roads will be closed and just kind of impassable across much of the region here. So this weekend, make sure you are stocking up on any provisions you need to get you through the week. I will show you the snowfall map. Again, we are going to see some changes to this. The trend with the American model and the European model this morning is to start to push some of those heavier totals down towards Interstate 20. So do I think we're going to get 8 inches of snowfall in Marshall, definitely not, but I will kind of show you a custom map here, as we could see maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow across the I-20 corridor, but there will be a lot of sleet and ice under that, so the potential for power outages is going to be fairly high here across East Texas and Louisiana. And then further to the north, I-30 and northwards looks like a good 3 to 5 inches of what will mainly be snow, so hopefully the power impacts will be a little bit less there, but the roadway impacts will be significant across the entire region. I'll show you, this is our in-house model as we go through the weekend. This is just between now and that batch of freezing rain that we may see on Saturday morning, so it is possible that we could see about 1/10 of an inch of ice just with the system on Sunday morning. And then as we go into Sunday night and Monday, notice we start to see maybe some 1/4 inch totals as far as the icing that's out there, and that's a pretty serious issue. That would definitely shut down most of the roadways across town. So again, just a lot that we're watching here in your forecast as we continue through the week. Here's a look at the 7-day. I could spend several minutes just talking about this since we do have a lot going on, but the bottom line here, very high impacts to us Sunday and Monday. Tuesday, record cold. I've got this Shreveport low down to about 12 degrees in the morning, meaning Texarkana maybe down into the single digits, and that's why none of that snow and ice is going to melt off Tuesday, and then we'll just add on top of that with the potential for maybe some additional sleet, snow, and freezing rain Wednesday into next Thursday.